Hey guys, what's going on? My name is Tuuvas, and I'm here today to bring you guys another episode of my tutorial series for Besiege. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you guys how to make this. This is my fighter plane that I made in the game, and it is fully equipped with 2 missiles, has landing gears for takeoff only, unfortunately, and it's capable of all 3 forms of maneuvering for a plane in that it has the ability to pitch up and down, roll left and right, and also yaw left and right, so rotate on its flat axis, whatever you want to call it. I'll show it to you guys right now. So pull up, hit J, detach the landing gears, focus on one of the blocks on the inside, and now you got a plane in the air. So yeah, so like I was saying, it has 2 missiles that can be fired simultaneously. So hit number 1, fires both those off, and it's fully capable of pitching up and down. It's able to roll left and right, and it can yaw left and right, so left and right, just like that. And it's actually capable of pretty intense maneuvers. I mean, it could do backflips pretty easily. It can do barrel rolls just fine, or aileron rolls, whatever you want to call them. I'm pretty sure that's the correct term, so it can roll just fine. And it could kind of just spin all the way around on a flat plane. It could go into a flat spin, heading out to sea. If you guys don't get that reference, that's okay. If you haven't seen the movie Top Gun, please watch it. It is one of the best movies in the world. I grew up watching that as a kid. And yeah, guys, anyway, so that is the brief demonstration of this plane, and now it's time to show you guys how to make it. Alright, so to start off, we're going to go ahead and start with our propulsion system, because that is probably the most important step for anything that needs to fly, whether it be a helicopter or plane, or whatever you want to build. So to do that, we're going to go to our block section, click our swivel joints, and place that on the back of the core block. Then next, we're going to go to our mechanical section, take our spinning block and place that on top of that swivel joint. Then take our motor wheels and place 3 of those, 1, 2, 3, and then 1 more spinning block on those. So you have this, and then go back to our block section, take the swivel joint once again and place that on the end of that. So you have this set up. So next, we're going to our key mapper tool, select one of the motor wheels and set the wheel forward to the equal sign, and then the reverse to the minus sign. This is just for future proofing. We're not actually going to use this during our maneuvering of the plane. It's in case we ever have the ability to accelerate or decelerate the plane, we'll be able to have that there. And set it to automatic, and then full speed. And copy this, and then paste it onto each of the wheels, as well as the spinning blocks, because the spinning blocks only take the speed setting. We don't care about the plus and minus settings, or the automatic, because they're automatic naturally anyways. So next we're going to our flight section, take our aerodynamic propellers, and place them on each side of these spinning blocks. So one thing to keep in mind is that as it is right now, it's set up so that when it rotates, it's going to kind of smack the air. What you want is for it to cut the air. So to do that, hover over the side you want to place the wing, and hit R and rotate it so that it's in a position where it will cut the air. And then place it on the other side as well. Then on the tops, because we rotated it, now the top side is going to smack the air, so what we're going to do is hit R again and make it so it cuts through the air. And place that on top and bottom sides of each spinning block so you have them on all 4 sides. Now we're going to move into free build mode and then raise this all the way up in the air so we can see what exactly this is going to do when we hit play. And right now, if you slow this down and take a look at the propellers, what you'll notice is that the propellers are spinning in such a way, at least these back ones, that it's pushing air towards the core block. That's not what we want. We want the air to be pushing away from the core block. So to do that, we're going to hover over this propeller and hit F to flip it. And do that for all 4 on the back. So that in the end, what we want is for the entire machine to go in the direction of the core block. So perfect. So let's go ahead and move on to the rest of the body of the aircraft. Alright, so from here we're going to go ahead and go to our block section, select our small wooden block, and then place it on the side, the front, and the other side of the core block. Then next we're going to go to our mechanical section, take our motor wheel, and place 6 on the front, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Place 3 on each side, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then 2 on the top, and then 2 on the bottom. Just like that. And these wheels are actually what determine the maneuvering of the aircraft. So these front ones here on the nose, so let's orient ourselves so we're facing the direction of the plane. These ones on the nose right here, these are what actually control the rolling of the plane, so it can roll left and right. These here, the ones here on the sides are to control the pitch up and pitch down. So these ones right here, and the ones on this side as well. And then to control the yaw, which is what makes it rotate left and right, the whole body of the aircraft, are these ones that are on the top as well as on the bottom. So let's go ahead and map these to the right keys. And keep in mind, guys, all these keys are going to be set at the number pad. So forward, for these nose pieces to roll the aircraft, we're going to set these to 6 and 4, and then knock these all the way up to max speed. So go ahead and copy that and paste it on each of the nose pieces, on the nose motor wheels. So that way, when we hit play, it's able to rotate left and right. So if you hit 4, it rotates left. If you hit 6, it rotates right. So next, we're going to select one of the pitch up and pitch down motor wheels and set these to 5 and 8. And then set these to full speed, and then copy and paste that to each of these as well. Did I get these? Yes, I did. And then now, you'll notice we can pitch up, and we can also pitch down. Now, you probably noticed that it didn't go very fast like it did when I first demonstrated the plane, and I'll get to that. So for now, let's go ahead and set the next set, which is for the yaw. So go ahead and click the top one, and set this to, I think it was 7 and 9 and max speed. And paste that there. And paste it there and there. Now the problem with this is that these two bottom wheels are actually spinning in an opposite direction from the top wheels. So what you want to do from here is actually flip these two bottom wheels. So click here and flip, and then click here and flip. So when you hit play, you'll get the rotating effect, but it's not nearly powerful enough to actually rotate the whole aircraft. So that's going to be our next step, is that we're going to increase the power even further of the wheels for pitching the nose up and down, as well as for creating yaw on the aircraft. So to do that, we're going to go to our block section and take our brace, and then connect the ends of the side motor wheels to each other, and then connect the ends of the yaw motor wheels to each other, just like that. And this is actually what gives it even more power for rotating in their respective directions. The reason why is because as a mass is rotating to create a torque effect, if you increase the mass of that rotating mass, something like that. So if you increase the mass of that object that is rotating, you'll create a greater torque effect on the overall body of your object. So if you don't believe me, let's go ahead and check it out. Watch this. Now it can flip like crazy because of that brace, and now it can actually yaw left and yaw right pretty well as well. So that's the point of the braces. That's a new mechanic I found out just the other day, so roll with it, guys. I want to see what you build because of this. So anyway, so let's go ahead and move on to the wings of the aircraft. Okay, so to do the wings, go ahead and first start off by selecting our swivel joints and placing one on each side of these motor wheels except for the top and bottom. So just like this, you have a total of 3. Then next, we're going to go to our small wooden block and place it on top of the side swivel joint and place 2 of those. Go to our mechanical section, take our unpowered wheel, place one on the back of that small wooden block, then take our small wooden blocks again and place 3 going backwards, and then 5 going inwards, and then you're going to want to place 3 going down on each side of the propulsion motor wheels. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then go ahead and delete everything else so that all you're left with is these 2 columns of small wooden blocks. So just get rid of the rest that you had placed earlier. And then go ahead and go to your flight section, take your aerodynamic propellers, and place 3 on each one. So remember, this is what's going to serve as your form of lift. So no matter what, your propellers always have to cut through the air. So in this case, we're going to place them so that they're facing mostly horizontally on each side. Now what you'll notice is that this side is actually facing downward. You don't want that because that'll cause negative effect, which is you're going to cause the entire aircraft to descend instead. You want it to lift. So instead, let's go ahead and hover over each one and then hit F to flip them so that they're all facing up, just like that. So when you hit play, well, actually, currently hitting play won't work because they're not actually attached to anything. So let's go ahead and brace this whole thing up so that all the pieces kind of fit together. Okay, so we're going to provide a little more stability to the aircraft by bracing up certain pieces. So to do that, let's go ahead and first delete these small wooden blocks here for now. We're going to replace them in a second, but basically we need to take our brace in our block section and brace up the ends of these swivel joints to the core block on their corresponding side. So from this side, go ahead and attach it to this side of the core block. From the nose piece, attach it to the front of the core block. From this side, attach it to its respective side. And also the back, the back swivel joint to where the propellers are for the motor. Attach that to the back of the core block. Then go back to our small wooden blocks and put them back so that the braces are kind of hidden within them. So now that we have that, let's go ahead and go back to our braces and brace up the front of the sides, the front of the side swivel joints to the sides of this front small wooden block, so just like this. And then the sides of the front swivel joint, sorry if this gets really confusing, just go by visuals if it's too confusing to just listen to me. So from the side of the front swivel joint, attach that to the back of the side, the back of the side small wooden block, just like that. Then the other side, do the same as well. Then the back of this swivel joint, connect that to the opposite small wooden block backside. If you didn't see that, start from this side as well, and connect that to the opposite back small wooden block, just like that. And yeah, a little more brace work. We're going to now brace this swivel joint, the top side, to the back top column piece, and then the bottom of it to the bottom back column piece, and then do the same for the other side, so just like this, just like that. Then next we are going to go ahead and do a kind of a crisscross pattern on these back column pieces. So from the top left, connect that to the bottom right, then from the bottom top right, connect that to the bottom left. Then once again from the top left, connect that to the side of this back swivel joint, and then do the same for the bottom, and then mirror that on the other side, so just like this. And that is pretty much the brace work for now. So if we hit play, we can actually see that the whole aircraft is all together. But unfortunately, as it is right now, since all of the lift is being generated in the back of the aircraft, it's going to kind of nosedive no matter what. So we need to add propellers in the front to generate lift on the front as well. Otherwise, it's going to keep on nosediving. So to do that, we're going to go to our mechanical section and take our unpowered wheel and place that on each end of these swivel joints. Then go to our block section, take our small wooden block, place that on each end of these unpowered wheels, and place two more going forward from those small wooden blocks so it looks just like that. Go to your flight section, take your aerodynamic propeller, and place that facing inward, just like that, on each of the small wooden blocks. And make sure they're both pointed upwards, so just like that. And then delete the small wooden blocks and unpowered wheels. So you're left with just the propellers. So next, go to your block section, take your wooden pole, and place it on each end of these side swivel joints. Then on the innermost piece, place another wooden pole facing forward, so that it kind of grabs onto these propellers just like that. And now you have forward lift, front end lift propellers, I should say, I guess. I don't know the technical term. So if you hit play, it has a little more lift on the front. Now obviously it's still nosediving, but not nearly as much as it used to. So what we're going to do next is we're going to brace up these wooden poles with the rest of the aircraft so that it has a little more stability. So start from the front of this wood pole and connect that to the side of the swivel joint at the front, and mirror it on the other side so it's symmetrical. Then on the back of the wood pole from here, go ahead and connect it to the middle of the column on both sides, so just like this. And then we're going to take our flight section, take our aerodynamic propeller, and place it on the nose swivel joint. And again, make sure both propellers are facing up so that when we hit play, it's now got more or less a stable flight. It's still kind of pointing down, but as we progress with the build of the aircraft, the weight distribution will kind of even everything out. So once we add the wing panels to the back so that you kind of have tail pieces, it'll eventually just even out and then fly mostly straight. If not, it'll actually be facing just a little up instead so that you never actually go into the ground naturally. So let's go ahead and place those wing panels. So go to your flight section, take your wing panel, and place that on the back of the outermost what's called wood pole. So just like this, and do it on both sides. Then go to your block section and take your brace and place that on the insides of the wing panels and connect them to each other so they don't flop around too much. And then on the back sides of the wing panels, go ahead and place another brace to the center of the what's called the left and right columns respectively. So connect it just like that. And you've pretty much got your plane now, guys. It's not weaponized right now, but it's a completely stable aircraft that you can just fly around the sandbox zone if you want. And see how it's flying straight? In fact, it actually has a slight tilt up, so it never naturally wants to point towards the ground. So let's go ahead and just fly this around a little bit and enjoy it. Actually, let's see if I can't go under this thing. Oh man, totally works. Oh crap. Okay, this thing is pretty awesome. I enjoy every single time I build this thing. It's really a fun aircraft. So I guess at this point our job is to weaponize it. So let's go ahead and add weapons and the landing gears. Okay, so to weaponize this, let's go ahead and start off by going to our flight section, select our ballast, and then go ahead and place one underneath this wood pole here, then another one on the front, underneath the front part, frontmost piece, and then place two more under those, so you're left with that. Then go ahead and remove those two, and then do the same on the other side, so 1, 2, 3, 4, then remove the first two, 1, 2, so you're left with that. So then go ahead and place two more ballasts on the front, and then four more on the back, just like that. Then remove these two middle ballasts, and then on the front ones, select weaponry, select your bombs, and place two bombs on the front, and then remove these two ballasts. So you're left with kind of like this pattern where it's one ballast, nothing, one ballast, nothing, one ballast, nothing, and then a bomb. So then next we're going to go to our mechanical section. Actually, next we're going to go to our block section and take our braces, and then brace up the back of the back ballast with the front of the front ballast on both sides. And then in between each ballast, go ahead and connect them to each other just like this. And then do it on both sides. If you guys haven't noticed already, these are our missiles. And then next, we're going to go to our mechanical section and take our grabber and place that on the front ballast so it connects to the bomb. Then go to our weaponry section and take our flamethrower and place that on the back ballast. Now, these do nothing for propulsion. All it is for added effect to make it look like a missile burning its fuel out the back. And then next, we're going to our flight section. Take our flying block and place that on the front of each ballast. Just like so. So you have a total of 4. And then go to our key mapper tool. Can select each ballast and reduce their weight all the way down to the minimum, which is 0.20. And paste that to each one. And then go to our mechanical section and select our grabbers once again. And place these just above the front two ballasts so that they connect to the plane. Just like that, so that your plane kind of holds onto the two missiles. Then next, go to our key mapper section, select our grabbers, set them to 1, copy that and paste that to each of the grabbers, except for the ones holding the bomb. Never touch those, keep those at default. And then also set the flamethrowers to 1 on the number pad. And so you're left with this, so that when you're flying and you press 1, they will drop and ignite, just like that. So next, what we're going to do is we're going to set the flying spirals, or flying blocks, whatever you want to call it, so they still haven't fixed that, we're going to set these to automatic and full speed. Then go ahead and copy and paste that to each of the flying blocks. Okay, so that what you're left with is this. The flying blocks actually provide extra extra propulsion to your aircraft because the missiles add more weight to it, so they kind of assist in carrying the missiles by themselves. And on top of that, when you release the missiles, they act as propulsion for the missiles individually so that they keep on flying as you let go. And your aircraft by itself is still able to move freely once the missiles are launched. So that's how you weaponize it. So let's go ahead and move on to the landing gears. Okay, so the landing gears are pretty simple. All you have to do is take your mechanical section and select your decouplers and place them underneath the backmost ballast and the frontmost ballast, just like that. Do it on both sides. And then go to your block section, take your small wooden blocks, and place them underneath those two decouplers, just like that. And then go to your mechanical section, take your unpowered wheels, and place those on the insides of each of these small wooden blocks. And then go to your block section and select your brace, and then brace these small wooden blocks with each other, like so. From the front to the backs, just like that, and also a crisscross pattern starting from the back of the small block to the front of the front block, and then kind of cross over just like that. So now you have landing gears. So to test this out, let's go ahead and move our plane all the way out beyond the base, just like how I did when I first demoed this plane to you at the beginning of the video. Then let's go ahead and drop it down, then test and make sure these actually work okay. So hit play, very good. And the default setting for the decouplers are set to J. So I like to leave it as that. I'm pretty sure some guys would probably set this to either a 2 or 3 on their number pad. So let's try that out again. Let's try that out, I guess. So let's set these to number 2 on the number pad. Actually, let's set it to 0. That might make more sense. So set that to 0 and copy that and paste that to each of the decouplers. so that as you're getting ready to take off, you pull up and then hit 0 and then you decouple from it, and now you're in the air. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. So that's how you make this fighter plane in Besiege. So yeah, so let's have a little fun with this real quick. Let's see if we can't attack that tower over there. Oh man, come on! Yeah! Alright, cool. Oh man, guys, so I was actually just about to record my thank you guys for watching section, and I actually found out something really cool. So instead of hitting 0 to decouple the landing gears from the aircraft, you can actually hit number 1 and release the missiles, and it kind of acts as an interesting car. So if you were to actually not even take off, you can steer this thing as if it were a car, just move left and right. But if you ever wanted to launch, just hit 1 and then take off. And it acts like a, I don't know, a suicidal car with bombs attached to it. It's really cool. So if I were to like navigate this over to that village again, hit 1 and take off. Oh no, it attached again. Okay, so it's not perfect, but that's actually a nice little touch I didn't notice until just now. So if I hit 1, pull up, still have the missile with me, because the flying blocks still propel the cart. So that's actually really cool. So pull up and let go. Oh, that is so cool. Anyways, so that's a nice little touch I wasn't aware of. So yeah, roll credits, I guess. Thank you guys for watching. If you liked this video, go ahead and leave a like. If you really liked it and would like to see more of this kind of stuff, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. If you haven't seen already, please check out my previous tutorial video where I show you guys how to make a catapult truck, and my previous gameplay video underneath that where I show you guys my previous version of the same style aircraft. It's not as good, but go ahead and give it a look if you want some more ideas. So anyways guys, thank you again for watching, and well, have a nice day.